Hey, what is going on, Karasuno family? My name is Mike, and welcome back to another Karasuno TV video. Ladies and gentlemen, I am just super excited to be bringing you this video today. It's none other than the One Piece openings, all of the openings from 1 to the latest 23, and just... guys, I can't even begin to tell you how much I've been looking forward to making this video. Now, since I started the channel, just over a month ago, a month and a half now, I think it's been, I've been wanting to do this video for a bit, but I wanted to get some series under my belt, wanted to get some experience, right? Wanted to, get some videos on the channel so that, in case this draws in any new viewers, you guys could stick around. You have some content to watch. So, there's plenty on the channel right now, watching plenty of shows, especially in the fall, this season that we're currently in. We have tons of shows we're watching on the channel, and then one of the non-seasonals is One Piece. We are catching up on One Piece. So a quick preface before we hop into these openings. So big One Piece fan myself, and I mean, people might yell at me because I'm not caught up on the show, but I am a huge One Piece fan. As you can see, I'm ready. I have the Pirate Stocking 6 shirt on here too, ready to watch the openings. But I am a huge One Piece fan, and I believe I think I just watched episode 794, so I'm on Whole Cake Island. I'm not a manga reader, but I am an anime watcher. So my freshman year of college, I basically sat down, and it took me like 2 semesters, a full year, but I managed to make it through all of One Piece, catch up, and it was a pretty great experience, guys. I really, really, really loved it from start to finish at the time, I guess, it was in the middle of the Dressrosa arc. This was in 2014 or 2015. I think I finished it in early 2015 or caught up. But we were in Dressrosa, and then that's when I sort of dabbled in the manga, started reading a little bit, and, the manga didn't do it for me. I'm more of an anime guy. Not that the manga's not great. Don't take that out of context. I really do love the manga, and I started collecting it, reading through it, up until what I've watched. So it's really great. But I'm always just an anime guy. It's just something about the voice acting, the sound, the music, everything. I just love it so much. So the manga didn't do it. I sort of fell away from it. But now, I'm excited to get back to catching up, from where I left off on the show on my channel, and I'm excited to do these openings, guys. Now, I know a lot of people, do these opening reactions. They come in as somebody who's never seen the show, and I that's something that's been done so often before, and I feel that it almost is a refreshing take for somebody like myself who's such a big fan, somebody who has seen these openings before, and many of them I've listened to quite frequently. Give their take on the openings, and just like give my reaction. Exactly, like my it's not a blind reaction, but it's my reaction and how I feel watching these openings as a fan. So hopefully you guys can relate, because I know that most of the people watching these videos are going to be huge fans of One Piece like myself. So hopefully you guys can relate to everything I see. And then of course some of the later openings too. I think I have seen them all. I don't think there are any that I haven't seen, including opening 23, which is phenomenal. I have watched that too. So yeah, I guess minor spoilers for me who that are in those latter openings, but it's okay. I don't really pay attention too much to them to the point where I'm like looking for the spoilers. So very excited to go through this, guys. I hope you guys are ready to just tackle this behemoth of a show of openings. 23 openings, that's crazy. So if you guys do like what you see here and you want to see more content, make sure you hit that subscribe button to subscribe to the channel, and that way you can stay up to date with all of my latest content. Seriously, we have an insane amount of shows, of seasonal shows that we're doing, and then for the non-seasonals, like I said, we're catching up on One Piece, and we're on Whole Cake Island. So you don't necessarily, although the beginning is great, you don't have to watch the beginning for the 1000th time, because there are plenty of people that have reacted to the beginning. We're starting at Whole Cake. We're early on in Whole Cake, and then we're going to continue going from there. That and Violet Evergarden are the non-seasonal shows. So those are available on Patreon for early access, and then full uncut reactions are going to be available on Patreon as well. There's a lot of stuff available on Patreon. Check the description for Patreon, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. One Piece, I'm sure you guys know for other reactors, but they're very tough on strike. So the One Piece reactions on the channel are going to be subtitles only, at least until my one strike that I have on my channel goes away. And then join the Karasuno TV Discord, guys. Come, engage, chat it up. rant and rave over One Piece, and like as a fan just like me, and then engage with me as I watch the latest episodes. It really is a great time. Come join. Everyone's welcome. So thank you guys for your support as always. Thank you for watching. But let's get into this one, guys. This is going to be One Piece every opening 1 to 23. Let's fly, crows. I mean, already chills go. For the true fans, for the fans that have been here from the beginning, chills go down your spine when you hear this opening, like the opening beat in the beginning, this opening monologue. It really is crazy hearing Goldie Roger speak, seeing the sails fly down. There's so much charm in this style, right? The old art style. The new style catches flack. It is great. I do love the new style, but it's just so classic. Like these character designs are so great, and I've watched countless videos on how great, the character designs are, and just how great One Piece is. But it really is just so amazing. The job that Oda's done. But such a fantastic opening, though. Like I said, it's really classic. At one point too, when I was watching this. When I was watching One Piece, because this opening stays around for probably the longest of all the openings. I knowing no Japanese myself, I almost knew all of the Japanese lyrics, and I could still get probably 60%. Oh, and I mean, the animation is really great too, especially for the time. Like when Sanji was kicking, spinning his legs, really great. You really love the style when they elongate the legs. Oh, and all those flashes of like the characters that we don't see yet, it's so mysterious and intriguing as a first-time viewer. Eventually you find out, it's Don Krieg, it's Arlong, it's Monkey D. Dragon, but like these are characters you have no idea who they are, and they go so quick. Sorry, they go so quick, you really have no idea what's going on. Really a 10 out of 10 opening, and a classic opening that like it's remembered for generations. It's going to be remembered for generations to come. This is a really awesome opening too. I really love all the characters. A lot of openings do this where they show a bunch of characters, but I feel like One Piece opening 2 is really unique in the fact that this panning shot of all the characters fading in and out. Some of them are flying by, some of them are fading, like I said, but we see so many insanely large amount of characters in this part, which is it's telling you of One Piece as a whole, like how many characters there are in the show. And, honestly, at first I remember it wasn't my favorite opening because coming off of the first one, which was so classic, but I really loved this part. I love when Zoro's swinging the sword like that. It's so cool. And seeing their silhouette, too, the outline of their character, really awesome, really cool. Believe in Wonderland. I have such good memories from this one, too, because like I said, this was my first semester at college that I watched this. And again, with the character flashes, too. So great. But I remember it was my first semester at college, being a college freshman. And, instead of spending the nights going out partying, what college kids normally do, I decided to spend my nights watching One Piece. And my roommate would come in, and I'd have all the lights off. Like, it was pitch black in the room. And my face was just illuminated by the One Piece on my screen, and I remember this opening specifically playing as my roommate would walk in. He'd be like, "Oh, hey Mike, what's up?" And I'd be like, "Oh, hey, what's up? Turn the lights on, Will. Sorry about that." It's just a great memory, but really classic. I would watch so many episodes of One Piece. Oh, this is another really, really great opening too, and I really like how it starts like yeah, 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 yeah. It's really great, but I love that opening monologue too. And just look at the colors in these early openings too. Really great. And like all those still frames are really great. Really great art. Again, like I said, this animation, like it really is fantastic. This early animation, like so expressive, the characters' expressions, like it blows me away when I go back and watch this. Oh, also take note. Kazoku fan subs. Like, if the true fans know how great Kazoku fan subs are, and I'm not even kidding. Like I will stress to my friends when they express desire to get into One Piece and start watching it, I'm like, you need to start with Kazoku because it really takes the experience to a whole nother level. The way that they elevate the subs, I mean, it's an art style. gosh, I mean, you gotta key in on these details in this opening. Sorry to pause on the fan subs for a minute, but like the expressions, the animation, how many colors are flashing on the screen. You know, these openings are so busy, and it's, you know, people will criticize openings for being too busy, but it's really fantastic how much they fit, and like it really shows how grand the scale is of One Piece. But like I was saying real quick, let me double back before we go on to the next one. Kazoku fan subs, they elevates the fan subs, right? They add so many different effects. Ooh, love that picture. But like I was saying, you know, it just elevates the subs to a whole nother level. It's really insanity. I mean, the way that they add like special effects and everything to the subtitles, you just got to check it out for yourself. Oh, what a great opening too. Like these are all ingrained in my mind. Like so many great images, like so many fan servicey images, not as in like, you know, boob showing or anything like that. Fan servicey as in like what the fans want to see. You know what I mean. But I love this opening. Bon voyage! I mean, I gotta say, when I first listened to a lot of the early openings, right? They were, especially 2, 3, and 4. They weren't my favorite. They had an older vibe, right? I mean, they definitely do have an older vibe. You know, openings nowadays are a lot different, right? I feel like they've moved from... Maybe they've moved more to like a rock-centric... Like, a lot of them are very rock-centric. But these have, you know, an older vibe to them. You could tell... If you just heard this, you could tell it was an old opening. But looking back, after watching it so many times and listening to it, it just fills you with insane nostalgia. And like these little clips of all the characters' backstories... You could almost cry, like, watching these. It's insane. Like, the memories flood back, and it's not just... The thing that makes One Piece so magical, and, like, everyone will criticize it for the amount of episodes it has, but it's like... You could like, relate these individual blocks, these individual, like, chunks of episodes, maybe this arc, this opening, to different moments in your life, and it brings you this, like, insane sense of nostalgia. Like, my heart can't even take it sometimes. Oh, okay. This is my favorite opening, and nothing has yet to beat this one. It's so good. I love the way they're falling down from the sky at this part. It's so genius, and you see so much of the characters' personalities in just this little clip of them falling down, and then you get the Mary falling down. But what a seriously fantastic opening for a fantastic like arc. Like this is the start of Water 7, and it goes Water 7, you know, into Enia's lobbies, but this sets up this opening, this arc. It sets up, you know, one of the greatest arcs in One Piece to date. You know, and like you could still, and I swear, once One Piece ends, you'll still be able to make the argument that Enia's lobby is the best arc. I mean, you still will. But this is so good. It's so fun, so full of life. Man, I've just been talking and talking. I cannot. The passion for One Piece is just, it's too much. Oh, this is the best part. Shows all the characters, and I love when it shows Kaku running off. Okay, yeah, the fight with Aokiji, and oh yeah, and then Zoro too. But where's Kaku running off the rooftops? That's my favorite part. Oh, here it is. Him running and jumping off. I love that. You see the scale of One Piece, the classic Usopp Luffy fight. I mean, openings don't do this anymore. Like the fact that this took clips from the arc and like interpolated them throughout or inserted them rather throughout like the opening, clipped them together. Like it gives you such a great tease of what's to come, and it's so full of energy and life. Another fantastic opening. I mean, you know, you're gonna hear me saying that for everyone, but you know, the annoying thing about this one, and it has nothing to do with the opening, is that when I watched on Crunchyroll, and this is ultimately why I took to the high seas for a lot of early One Piece, is because Crunchyroll did not have the openings, the correct openings at certain times. Like, for instance, Kokoro no Chizu, or Chizo, the fifth opening that we just watched, continued into this one, and then I think it hopped right into like Jungle P or something, instead of going to Brand New World, which is such a fantastic opening. Again, we're seeing so many characters here too. Ooh, that's an iconic shot of Whitebeard there. You know, the world government, everything, and this part when they're running and Usopp's raising the flag. Hashiri Dase. It's so good, guys. Like it gets you so hyped to like run with the crew. And then when they see the Marines here, the classic Luffy like wide-eyed. So much personality in every scene of these openings. Like look, like Zoro, like the last one in like waking up. Also a really great tease. Wait, I can't remember. I think this is the first one where they went to 2.5 minute openings too. I don't think Kokoro no Chizu was a full 2.5 minutes, but I think it was Brand New World. And this got me insanely hyped because I would watch the openings, you know, as I was making my way through the show, and I would see these openings before I got to the part in the show. And when I saw those teases of the fights against CP9, oh, so hype, especially this part. Boom, 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 boom. And then when you see that part in the show, I'm not even kidding. You'll get like goosebumps from the hype, from the tears. Insane scene. I love it so much. But like I said, Crunchyroll didn't play that, and that was annoying. Okay, so we're back to the classic opening. This is one of the remixes, right? This one is sung by this one is sung by the crew, I think. Or maybe it's TXVQ? TVX? No, this one's sung by the Straw Hats, I believe, right? I forget, because I know that they have... Opening 1 is obviously the original. Then you have... This is 7. 7 and 10 are opening 1 again. And one of them is sung by the crew, which is... I'm thinking it's this one. Let me see if the voices switch. This sounds like Namie. Yeah. Look at the subtitle. Nami's head's bouncing around, right? It should switch after this one. Yeah, look, Chopper and... What is it? Who's that? Robin? I think it's Chopper and Robin. But yeah, so this is the one sung by the Straw Hats. And then opening 10 is going to be a remix by, like, TXVQ, I think their name is. I mean, it's really great, though, because everyone loved this opening. It's just... It's a great way to... And classic... Okay, so... I guess, like, looking at the visuals on screen, classic Usopp is such a great... Like, such a great designed character. I really loved him. Yeah, I mean... There's nothing else to say about this opening. It's just so classic. I mean, like, you know, I don't want to embarrass myself, but I seriously could probably sing. I said 60%. I could probably sing like 75, 80%. It's just so great. Okay, so what's opening 8? Is it Jungle P? No, it's Crazy Rainbow, right? Or what is it? Crazy Rainbow Star? Oh, this is so good too. I love the like three-dimensional aspect of the One Piece characters blending into the 2D background. They meshed that really well. This is another one that was skipped. Which one? Maybe Brand New World continued into this one. Maybe Crunchyroll did have. I think they had Brand New World late. Oh, look at the 3D too, for the waves and the Going Merry. Really fantastic. You know, here you can see on the screen some of the legendary members of the Kazoku fan subgroup. And like, again, great, you know, animation here. Nothing else to say. Such a catchy song too. But like, you know what's so amazing about these openings too? And I'll talk about it, you know, one of the later ones, is that these scenes, we don't see these, like a lot of times in the openings, we don't see these scenes in the show. You know, a lot of times the openings are those color pages and the what is it? The covers, the inserts, the color spreads that Oda does of the characters in just random places doing random things. A lot of times the openings bring those to life. I think that opening 11 does that. It's either 11 or 12 does that, the whole opening. But you really gotta love it because it's almost like it's adding like a whole nother, like, you know, not a whole nother arc, but like a little arc to the show. You know, because we're seeing the characters do different things, like slice of lifey things, and it makes you like fill in the gap between like these big arcs. Because obviously the show has like these, you know, these huge arcs, and you know the story flows naturally from one to the other. But like, you know, it's not going to show things like this. You know, them just hanging out, playing ball in you know, volleyball in the ocean, Sanji serving the ladies. You know, at least for an extended amount of time. But you could see them enjoying their like natural lives, and that's what makes these openings so great. It really just, it really just like brought the characters to such life. Oh man, I mean, seriously, I'm getting like teary-eyed almost because of how amazing it is, and just how much of an emotional attachment to the characters it really makes you get. Oh, so great. And like I said, this one's so fun. It's so upbeat, and it really just, you can't help but smile during it. Okay, so that was opening. I was opening 8, right? I'm trying to keep track. So we're going on to 9 now. Jungle P. You know what? Like on first listen, I wasn't a big fan of it, but going back and like throughout the arc, because this was the Thriller Bark arc. This played during. Going back, and like as I watched, like I said, it just grew on me. And first off, you know, vocals are there. It's an amazing song, but watch the animation, especially at the climax. It's so good. And look, I think that this is peak character designs. Like, look how fantastic they're all drawn. Oh, and then the song plays perfectly with the mood. This mysterious, ghostly, you know, you heard the music sort of get like ghoulish and like spooky almost. And I love this reaction for Luffy too. But look at this animation. Watch Frankie shooting the gun, Chopper. Watch Sanji's kicks. So nice, so fluidly animated there. Usopp running away. Namie with her shoot, I forget what it is. You know, Zoro swinging the swords. It's just so nice. And the way that they use the CG in these openings too, amazing. Whew, gotta take a break. A lot of these openings though, the longer ones, you know, they all sort of fall not in the same formula, but like first minute and a half is usually very arc relevant and relevant to the plot, but then the last minute usually gets a little bit more vague. So like, oh wait, what is this? Is this? Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, because they went to like an ice place before Thriller Bark, right? Yeah, like this, you know. It gets a little generic, but I mean, it's still great, and it shows off different parts about the Straw Hats, like them relaxing or something like that, fighting the Marines. I mean, it gives the fans what they want. And this is a great part too, showing off the Thousand Sunny. I mean, this little rap is great. Sail away, all the way to One Piece. And the Kouta burst, shooting off into the sky. I love this, guys. This is such a good opening. And look at the expressions on the characters. I mean, like, it's a picture that tells picture that's worth 1,000 words. And a classic image of the Straw Hats looking off into the sunset. You really love it. You can't help but love these openings. All right, next is opening 10. I think it's Share the World. This is a really good one too. And I remember when I first saw this one, I was like, "What is happening in this arc?" Because there's so much being like thrown on screen. You know, you see the Warlords of the Sea, especially. Oh wait. Well, I'm an idiot. I mean, I was just talking about like not even 10 minutes ago. I was talking about how, you know, opening 10 is another remix of opening 1. This one's cool because they added in new visuals, and like I said, I think this is like TXVQ or something like that. I think that's their name. It should pop up on the screen, but really great visuals. You know, they're bringing it into a modern age because this is probably, you know, some, you know, 8 years after the beginning of the show, I would assume. I'm not exactly sure. Again, flashing through all these characters, you know, a lot of people might criticize this for just throwing characters on the screen, but I mean, it's amazing. Like every character you see, you're flashing through memories that you have, and it's hitting you with nostalgia. Love this running shot too. You know, one of the cool things too that they did, like I said, they updated the visuals, and you know, it's a new song. They brought it into the modern age, and they updated the characters' outfits too. You know, a lot of thought always goes into these openings, and they know what to show the fans. Obviously, you know, Vivi, you know, Vivi saluting to the Straw Hats. It's something that will something that will evoke strong emotions in character, you know, fans of the show. This is awesome too. Orange Jr. here. Oh yeah, so this did debut in Thriller Bark, right? Because we see Luffy and the Straw Hats facing off against Orange Jr. And then this, okay, watch this expression on Brook's face, you know. Any other normal person, any other blind reactor would be like, okay, it's just a skeleton, right? But like, everyone who watches the show knows exactly what you're seeing there with Brook. You could read, you know, his expression there is literally worth 1,000 words. You know, you could read exactly what his face is saying. It looks like a blank expression to everyone else, but really, like, you could see him, like, looking at what's unfolding before him, the battle between Orange Jr., the Straw Hats, how Luffy and the Straw Hats are giving their all to like help him, you know, and assist in the Thriller, in everything that's going on in Thriller Bark, taking down Gecko Moria. And you could see on his face all the appreciation that he had, all the memories from his old crew, and just being alone all this time. And you could see how he's like, you know, he finally has people that are willing to, like, you know, he has a crew to join, you know, somebody to keep him company. He has comrades now, Nakama. So the real fans see that, and that little scene is worth so much. I got to get right to this one now. Amazing scenes here. I remember, like I said, getting so hyped from that dive that Luffy does. Also, I like the graphics, the way that they're writing Zoro and Namie. And this also reminds me, if you play the Pirate Warriors games, One Piece Pirate Warriors, like, you know, 3, 4, all of them, they have a similar text to this on the screen when you're choosing characters, which is, you know, something cool I noticed. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but really great. This opening, like, hyped me up. Like I said, when they're fighting the pacifistas. Oh, shoot, what was I saying? I don't even remember. I lost my thought now. We're continuing on. I switched the subject and then I forgot. This is, but like I said, I mean, this is like highly regarded by the fans. Like, people love this. Seeing the worst generation flash by the screen too. I think this is the first time we're getting teased with them too. Very hype. You know, you see so many, and that's the thing. You know, a lot of smaller shows, they introduce like 1 or 2 new characters, and like everyone's, you know, going to like buck wild. But like this show introduces, you know, an insane, I guess, you know, the worst generation's what, 12 pirates, but we knew at least 2 of them, right? You know, Zoro and Luffy. This was an interesting scene too. I mean, I saw this and I was like, what the heck's going on here? Like, who's he facing down with? Who is this? And I had no idea. And like I said, seeing the warlords, insanely hype. And Jinbei, the foreshadowing in the back there. Oh, and then Luffy fighting an Impel Down. I remember, this is great animation too. Really, really fantastic. And I had no idea what was happening here. But I mean, you know, it's a sign of things to come, and it's not like a great sign, guys. You know, I mean, you get really you know, like, it's not a great sign, you know, seeing the Viva card burning out. Yeah, just another great opening. This is the opening I was talking about before when I was talking about the color spreads. This is, I think this one is the color spreads just all brought to life in this opening. Well, not all of them, but, you know, a lot of them. So, like, you know, we could pick out, like, scenes of them, like, doing, you know, interesting things. See, like, you already see. You see Luffy dressed up in like, you know, Sanji in his cook outfit. Luffy dressed up with, you know, a nice shirt and a tie on. You know, Frankie working on, like, what is that, like a llama? Robin, Zoro playing, oh, shoot, what's the game? I don't remember that game. But, you know, look, like, Brooke on the piano, Chopper. This is just so great. I mean, you know, imagine what nowadays if you got an opening like this in like a show like My Hero, you know, people would sort of flip out, or, you know, a show like Attack on Titan. I mean, I guess it wouldn't fit, but I mean, like, we love seeing our characters, you know, just do all these random things that we love seeing more of them, and just them act like themselves in like all these different situations. And I really like this opening. I think the song is phenomenal. Kaze wo Sagashi ni yuko, boom. Oh, this one too is so great. See, look, this is where all the color spreads are coming in. Oh, so great. Frankie boxing, the train. I really love the train. But guys, if you pause on those, so much detail you could pick out. And just, I mean, like I said, short little scenes, but the insane amount of detail is just, it's next level. Also, again, foreshadowing here, you know, with Ace. Okay, so then they did add some plot relevance, right? Because this is part of the Impel Down arc. Oh yeah, look at oh, I remember seeing this. I was like, what, like, you know, sort of shocked. My jaw hit the floor, and then we sort of see a little bit of the you know, Marineford War arc. Oh, Whitebeard. I mean, how insanely hyped can you get? And this little teaser clip that you get of this actual scene. Oh my lord, one of the best scenes in the show when they're falling from the sky. And you see Ace's expression, you know, the like joy that he gets on his face when he sees his brother come in to help him, the shock. Oh man. Wow. I mean, that's an emotional. This is 13. So this is during the Marineford arc. I mean, this one, you know, Yeah, I was never a huge fan of it because, you know, it appears during a fantastic arc, but, you know, and I mean, of course it's appropriate, but very somber tone. And I mean, even the climax of this opening is still somber, but like, look at all the characters here. Not their usual high energy selves. And I mean, it has, you know, these characters have nothing to do with, the other Straw Hats. They don't really have anything to do with this arc. It's mostly Luffy and the battle he's fighting, but like, you know that they grieve for what he's going through. So, oh man, such good scene showing off all these characters that are fighting, and what an amazing job Oda does balancing all these characters in this arc. Seriously, it's a work of art. I mean, if you have not watched the Marineford War arc, you're missing out on one of the greatest pieces of, like, you know, manga, greatest pieces of literature ever. But like I was saying, you know, you could see the Straw Hats and just, you know, how much they feel for him, even though they're not there, and how much, you know, Luffy's well-being affects them mentally and their emotional state. And then, like I said, I'm not gonna go back, but you know, you could see when it showed all of them, like, in a somber attitude, and then it showed like all the Straw Hats like happy together, because, you know, that's ultimately what they want. Oh yeah, I love how it shows both sides. We saw, you know, a similar style where it has the character in the backdrop and a little bit of animation, but first we see the Whitebeard pirates. Now we see the Marines, and it's just a great distinction there. But I love getting, you know, how they show off both sides. And obviously the centerpiece of this arc, our boy Ace. But I mean, nothing beats this next opening. I swear, you know, this one will turn a grown man into like a crying baby, because the amount of emotion that this one opening can evoke. It starts with this, I mean, kind of upbeat, kind of somberish song, but you see all the Straw Hats cheering with Luffy, and I mean, it shows you how much, it reaffirms how much, you know, how strong of a bond they have and how powerful it is. But like I said, very calm, very soft visuals. Like, look at the blue color, it's very soft color. Oh, and then you see the flashes of the war going through, leading to Ace crying, and I mean, you see the hat here. You see Luffy, he's, like I said, he's not his usual energetic self. I mean, it's crushing, guys. I mean, like just listening to this, like, my heart is heavy. Like I said, and even this climax, you know, building up to the climax, right? High action part, but it's still got like a soft, calming, sorrowful, like, tune to it. You can see the characters in different locations. You know, if you look into it a little bit, you can clearly tell they're separate. Luffy and his brothers, you know, from a young age, you know, very focused on Luffy, very focused on his backstory, very focused on this relationship that he has with his brothers. And I mean, if you're only watching this opening, I remember watching this opening, and I knew that it was nothing good was going to happen. Like, you could just tell. It's just a genius opening from the way that it portrays the emotion through the song, and the way that it flashes back on each of his crew members. It's so crazy emotional when you when you go back and watch it, because it reminds you of, you know, right after the arc when he has that moment of revelation when he still has his crew. I mean, it's amazing. And again, the Brooks expression there. It's so amazing how they evoke all these emotions. These openings. Crazy. Oh, and then Ace pushing him on the back. Oh, damn it. That never fails to kill. Oh, Lord. And I mean, and it transitions from Ace pushing him on the back to the Straw Hats, you know, all of them. Their face shots in them, and, you know, smiling, and then him reuniting with the crew. That is a wonderful, genius opening. Such a beautiful opening. It seriously is one of my favorites. Namie Amuro she's a queen for that one. Oh, okay. Opening 15. What is this one? Is this We Go? Yeah, I think it is. Oh, first one after the time skip too. I mean, like I said, each Nissan. Yep, it's We Go. Oh, one of my friends that watched this alongside me in college. This was his favorite. This gets gotten way too hype. Well, no, maybe it was opening 16. the Punk Hazard one, because this isn't the Punk Hazard one, right? This one takes place during Sabate Archipelago, right? Well, no, that happens pre-time skip, but they reunite there. But I mean, you know, say what you want about the old character designs, right? Yes, they're genius, but so are the new ones too. I mean, Oda's just a master at his craft. Like, you know, I think that the most recent animation style that they've moved to for Wano, you know, I've seen clips of it, but I think that does these characters the most justice. But I still think that it looks so good. Like, look at all this great animation, and I mean, the I don't even know what you would call it. There's something about the animation style. I forgot the popular animator that does the great animated scenes in One Piece, especially, you know, post time skip. I don't remember his name at all, but it has this kind of bubbly, that's the word I was looking for, bubbly characteristic to the animation, and it really is phenomenal. A very raw, bubbly. Oh, this is great too, seeing the hat being passed down through the generations. And again, you know, seeing Luffy run towards the crew. It's always great. It's always a great ending. It's a great period at the end of these openings. And these are all fantastic backgrounds too. You know, all the characters with like the One Piece, really very stylish, oozing style. Oh, I gotta take another drink in preparation for the next one. You know, I'm expecting to catch some backlash. Yes, it's Hands Up. My buddy loved this one from Punk Hazard. Hands Up! Oh, so fantastic, honestly. What was I going to say about this one? Oh, no, what I was saying. Oh, again, you know, we get to see the Straw Hats in just their natural habitat. Zoro working out, Usopp fishing. I forget what Namie was doing. Maybe something to do with her orange tree. Chopper, you do medicine. Sanji cooking. You love it. I mean, like I said, it gives the characters more life. You know, it makes them feel more human. I mean, you know, right as I say that, Brook flashes on screen. He'd probably have a great pun for that, huh? Oh, wait, I mean, before I talk about what I was going to talk about, this is such a a phenomenally animated scene. I love that when the Straw Hats are taking out, you know, the soldiers or whatever at Punk Hazard, the guys in the hazmats. It shows so much personality from all the characters. Like Zoro standing there, just calm, just like, you know, quickly dodging. Oh, and what a tease of what's to come with Doflamingo. Me and my buddy love doing the little like, you know, the way he, like, his fingers moved and he pushed up the glasses. A start of a great partnership here too. Oh, and it's a great meeting between these two minds, and this is what starts the love that everyone has for Law. But like I was saying in the beginning of this opening, I think that, you know, people, I might catch some flack for talking so much during this, you know, but I can't help it, guys. I actually thought that coming into this, I was going to be like, do I have enough to talk about for 53 minutes of One Piece openings? I've seen them so many times. You know, I can't just, like, blind react like, you know, the other blind reactors would be like, what's this? But there's so much to talk about for all of these openings. I mean, they're all so great. Oh, I don't think there's one I don't like. Seriously. They've all grown on. I mean, okay, people... Ooh, and again, they have the color spreads there. Wow, they're so good, too. The way that they bring the life to them by animating them. But like I was saying, like, people criticize the latter openings, but I think that they all grow on you. And even, like, we are... I mean, shoot, what is it called? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this was one of my favorite openings ever. Wake Up, I remember, because this is the opening the show was on when I started One Piece, right? Like I told you, it caught up I caught up to Dressrosa. It was at the beginning, and if you remember, Dressrosa has two versions of this opening, right? The second half of the opening changes animation because the arc's in a different, you know, it's in its second half, I guess you could call it. Wow, that's crazy now that I think about it. You know, we had three openings basically for Dressrosa. We had this one, then we had the second version, then we had Hard Knock Days, the next one. But like I said, as I was catching up, this was the latest opening, and I was just so insanely hyped at this part when I saw this. I'm like, look how strong the characters look. Look who they're fighting. Akainu versus Luffy. Zoro versus Fujitora, right? Duel versus Fujitora, and then Sanji versus Kizaru, with a classic voice actor. Rest in peace to the voice actor. But look how powerful everyone is. I keep hitting my desk. And everyone's new powers. I remember this is what got me through the show. No, they didn't get me through the show. I enjoyed the whole thing. But I was like, this is insane, this animation. And then, of course, the classic Blackbeard monologue in the middle. Z, ha, 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 ha. The classic laugh. Oh, and then the clash. We still have yet to see it. It's going to be so good. Like, it's been teased all the way from 16. Oh, and then all these characters in their respective outfits here. Respective outfits. They really look phenomenal. I mean, obviously they don't have them in the show. Oh, and then this is where we get the Dressrosa tease too. I remember seeing all these new characters. You know, the arena, the Law team up. I mean, there's so much here. Say what you want about Dressrosa, but look at this opening. Look how much is here. Look how much Dressrosa offered us. Look at this three-way confrontation between Doflamingo, Fujitora, and Law. But again, look at all the characters here, guys. You can't look at this and you can't tell me that Dressrosa didn't have so much. And it didn't have, like... I mean, yeah, the pacing. The pacing, whatever. I mean, it's just such a great, like, opening. Okay, so another story about this opening. Hard Knock Days, right? This is when I caught up, right? When I caught up, or I was just about caught up. I was either caught up or just about caught up. And this is when I got to Hard Knock Days. And... I remember seeing the news online that it debuted in the latest episode, and I went and like watched it, and I was obsessed. I was in love. I watched it like probably like 10 more times right away on repeat, and I just had it on repeat the whole weekend. I think it was Thanksgiving weekend because I was home from college, and I just have such good memories of that. You know, because my family, you know, Thanksgiving in the U.S. is a Thursday, and then the Friday after is Black Friday. We usually decorate for Christmas that day, and you know, I have just such great memories of listening. Like while we were decorating for Christmas, I remember seeing that this opening dropped the day before. Because One Piece airs on Saturdays for me, so it dropped on the Friday when I was, you know, decorating. And I remember listening to it on loop, guys. It was just so good, and that's what I said is so great about these One Piece openings. Like, there's so many of them. You could relate each of them. Great shot here too. You could relate each of them to a different part of like your life. You know, you could associate great memories with each of them. You know, same thing with the arcs in the show. It's really amazing, guys. It seriously is. But this is such a great opening. I love... Watch the animation in this part. Luffy with the Gatling, bringing his foot down, looks so good. You know, Zoro swinging his swords around. I mean, Sanji here, igniting, looks so phenomenal. Oh, and Usopp's Impact Wolf. I think that's what it's called, right? Impact Wolf looks so good. I mean, everybody just looks phenomenal here. I remember being so insanely hyped to see these guys in action. Look at all these powers. This was the only part I didn't really like. The frame rate was too low for me. Too choppy. Oh, and then the tease of Sabo with the Mera Mera no Mi. The Mera Mera no Mi is right? Like, that's correct? That should be the Ace's Flame Fruit. And seeing Luffy and Law run side by side, you know, the team up against Doflamingo. Oh. How hyped can you get? A great opening by, this was Generations by Exile Tribe, right? Great band on the side, too. And I mean, you know, a phenomenal opening they did. The next one... Oh, okay. So this is where I'm at in the show right now. We Are? No, it's not We Are. What is it? Yes, We Can. We Can. I was thinking of We Go, We Are. I was getting confused, but it's We Can. A lot of people... gave this one flack. I don't think it was justified, to be honest. Like, yes, on first look, it wasn't as good as normal, you know, but, like, if you look, it has a lot of the common, I mean, it has a lot of what the other openings have, you know. It has the Straw Hats relaxing here, you know, just going about their normal day-to-day, you know, having the water gun fight, you know, scenes that we see. Okay, this wasn't animated well. Look at Luffy's, like, derpy face there. Robin doesn't look really good in that shot either. So I guess it had some parts, but the song is catchy. And like after listening to it like a couple times, like they had me like, yes, we can. I mean, you know, showing off a lot of the characters. Like I said, you'll see themes consistent with all the other openings. Like, look, like I said, they're having like a water gun fight. And I think that the best part of this is when it hits the climax, right? When we get that tease, the Kaido and Jack tease. You'll see it in a second. I remember watching this opening again because I had fallen behind at this point. I remember seeing this opening and being like, no way, are they fighting Jack and Kaido? Here's Jack walking around, right? Kaido right behind him. Insanely ominous look to Kaido. You know, we still haven't seen him. But look at the animation here. Really smooth, very fluid, very bubbly, right? The key animator at Toei clearly worked on this. And this scene, too, phenomenal. I thought this was animated phenomenally. I love seeing the characters. Look at Brook, the way his sword's moving. The phenomenal smooth animation. Chopper hopping around. Seeing the big three of the Straw Hats face off. Zoro and Sanji combined against Jack. And then it cuts into Luffy going Gear 4, facing off head-to-head against Kaido. That's so hype. Oh, no, shoot, we can. I can. So many teases here, too, of the Zoe arc. Oh, my goodness. But, you know, that chorus, yes, we can, I can. I mean, you can't even call yourself a true One Piece fan if that energy and that passion doesn't get you singing along. Especially on the 20th watch. It's so infectiously great. Okay. This is opening 19, right? Or 20, maybe? But this one, when I saw this one, I was like, this is going down as top 3 openings of all time. This is, again, another one by Namie Amuro. Look at the opening animation in the beginning here. But this is the Whole Cake Island arc opening, right? But wow. I mean, that opening animation knocks your socks off. So already you know you're in for a great opening. And you have a legendary artist like Namie Amuro singing it. So I remember the first time I listened to this, I was like tearing up because, I wasn't even caught up. Like I said, this is all stuff that's past where I'm at. You know, I'm currently on Whole Cake, but seeing what goes on in this opening was like evoking so many emotions. Her beautiful voice. You know, there's obviously a huge conflict with Sanji here. Oh, and seeing, you know, the events of the show unfold in his cape there. I mean, I don't know a lot of what's going on, but I know it's insanely, like, look how hyped this is. Luffy running, Jinbei. I mean, the one punch, you know, there's a big storyline behind what's going on there. Brook looks phenomenal with what I think it's just called his Soul King, right? Then we see Luffy going Gear 4, head-to-head against Big Mom. Are you kidding me? Like, this is what the fans want to see. I mean, even if it doesn't pan out in this show, that's the fan service we want to see, and that's just so great. Oh, and the way that this hits, too, I remember watching everyone's reactions to this when it dropped, and people were like, Katakuri, Charlotte! Oh my gosh, Capone! You know, the Fire Tank Pirates! Germa! Reiju! I mean, everyone's hyped. Oh, this is the latest one, too. Guys, I hear great things about this fight, Luffy and Katakuri, so this is clearly the latest version, but how insanely hype is this, guys? I mean, I hear that this is a phenomenal fight. I can't wait to get to it. And I love these shots, too, of the Germa sons, right? And daughter, of course. Like, all, you know, doing their thing. And, like, seeing the grayed out characters here. So much mystery, so much intrigue, you know. So much mystery, so much intrigue. It's really so great. This is going to go down as a top 3 opening, I think. Oh, so much here. I think we're almost done, guys. I think I'm going to lose my voice. Oh, I forgot about this one. I've lost track now. Is this 21? Yeah, this is 21 because then 22 is going to be the first Wano one, and then the second Wano one's 23. So this is 21. Superpowers? Okay, I mean, it is pretty good. It is pretty hype. It's a nice, catchy song, but I think that this is gonna definitely be a low tier one. Okay, let's see what we're going through. Okay, so it's Luffy, right? I mean, it is animated well. Like, look at the animation there. That's not bad. Okay, so we see more of Big Mom. Okay, so we see some of the Straw Hats, the guys that are on the island. Again, this panning shot of all the characters that I assume are part of the Charlotte family. Big Mom Pirates. Oh, again, the Luffy Katakuri fight. So, you know, they know what the fans want. This is hype. Very high energy. You know, seeing Jinbei, then Brook. Everyone on Whole Cake Island, like, fighting their hearts out here. Oh, like, oh! And I mean, I remember when I saw this, I'm like, this is insane. But look at this insane animation, too. For this fight. Oh, my gosh. But like I said, like, Chopper going up against Big Mom, and then it cuts right into Luffy Katakuri. So awesome. I don't know what any of this means, too. You know, the whole Sanji pudding deal. Beige. Ooh, Carrot and Pedro. Something, clearly something to do with Carrot here. Clearly some hidden white power that I don't really know of yet. Shows all the Straw Hats. Obviously not all of them are on Whole Cake Island though. Oh, this is really hype. It sort of gets calm as Luffy focuses up. And, oh, and it cuts to the Germa again. But this is great. I love, like, yeah, Yonji screaming there. Like the animation, it's very good, guys. I mean, I don't know how you can't get hyped. Oh, I mean, you could tell that this battle's on the latter half. You know, they're both beaten up. They're both, like, going into their reserves, and then obviously teasing what, unfortunately, I do know it's Snake Man, but, you know, from playing Treasure Cruise, just from seeing everything, but insanely hype moment, I'm going to assume. I can't wait to watch that. I heard that she sucks. Okay, it's not the best openings, but I mean, again, if you look at this opening, there's a lot to love from the opening, so, like, you can't, you can't hate it. This is a great one. Classic. It's the same singer as the first opening, right? But, like, look at the animation and, like, the zoom in on the hands. And what an introduction to Wano, guys. Seeing this gets me so hyped. This is part of the reason why I'm so excited to catch up. Look at the animation style, too. The overhaul. Current One Piece looks so good. And I've seen some clips of some of the fights. The animation is so good. Look at the animation here. I love the thick outlines on the characters. Oh, my lord. And just the designs in the Land of the Samurai look so good. Like, look at Zoro here. Oh, the animation is too good. All these characters flashing by. I don't know any of them. Sanji, I mean, look at that. That looks insanely cool. Okay, I'm assuming these guys are all part of Kaido's crew, right? This guy's name is Orochi, right? I think I've heard his name before. Kaido, of course I know him. Law, look at the animation on that. Kid, oh my gosh, there's so many different people I don't even know. So many people I do know. So, like, a colliding of so many people here, right? Excuse me. Okay, so the most recent opening and this one do the same thing where they add scenes from the show and they sort of add like a little background here. Not the best, but still cool. Luffy breaking out of a prison and it looks like he's going head to head with Kaido. I know that this opening did catch flack, though, from some of the fans, especially the manga readers, because it shows off Kaido's dragon form here before it appeared in the anime. But, I mean, you know, if you're a fan of One Piece, even if you're an anime only like myself, you see so many, like, manga, like, people from the manga readers love, like, posting different things, you know, on Twitter and sharing fan art and all this. So it's very hard to avoid this. So I even knew, and I wasn't even caught up on the anime or the manga. I had seen Kaido's dragon form. So here's the last one, and this one is so good. Look at the explosion of the hockey in his fist. Oh, and I'm pretty sure that that's the new. This one is so good. I listened to this one. This one just came out like a month ago or something, but it's so good. This is one. Again, this is going to be one of the best ones ever. Look at the flash of the colors there. Oh my lord! And don't give up. Oh, he just gets me insanely hyped. I hear that's a great character too. Odin, right? I don't know anything about him besides his name. Okay, so a lot of different images flashing on screen. Kid, Law, and Luffy. Is this a possible team up we're seeing here? Jinbei? Is he a part of the crew now? Some other characters, you know, Akainu, Whitebeard, and Goldie Roger, right? Isn't that that's something insanely hyped that I heard from the manga, right? Okay, and then this is the part where we get, you know, the border again, parts from the show. But it's so nice, this song. Yeah, no. Dream it on. Chizu, you know, okay. I mean, this is a little bit longer, but this is so cool, guys. All these scenes get me so hyped. The animation's so crisp. I don't know how you can't like this. And then the dreaming on. I mean, this is just when it kicks into high gear. Look at this. The whole Straw Hats facing off against Big Mom? Is that actually going to happen? But like, look, like all the different characters in different positions doing different things. I mean, it's insanely hype. Look at like Sanji fighting around. Oh, is this finally the Sanji and Zoro reuniting? And look at this animation of Luffy with this hockey. Oh my lord, facing off against Kaido. I mean, guys. Look at that, and then it like ends with the explosion and the apple getting thrown in the air. What a way to cap off like the openings. I mean, that is just insanely hype. I'm beside myself, you know, when I watch that opening, and it's something to dream on by Dice. they've become one of my favorite bands after listening to that song. I mean, just they're phenomenal. The music in that was phenomenal. So, ladies and gentlemen of the Karasuno family, my voice is just about shot. I'm now 59 minutes into recording this. So, that was my One Piece all openings 1 through 23 reaction. Guys, this is, as you can tell, this is a show that's near and dear to my heart. I really love it, and I'm so excited to be bringing it to you guys on the channel. Hopefully I can increase the, if, maybe the season dies down, next season, is a little bit more chill. We could increase the amount of One Piece episodes that we watch. Right now, we're just doing 2 a week on the 2 free days that I have, in addition to Violet Evergarden as the non-seasonal show. So hopefully I can increase, because I'm insanely hyped to catch up on One Piece. There's so much good that's coming in the future. I could tell. I hear a lot of great things about the Wano arc in the manga right now. So I can't wait to catch up, guys. I hope that you guys, are going to stick around, at least for that series, to watch that on the channel. If not, we have plenty of other series that I'm reacting to as well. But I'm so glad that I got this opportunity to react to these openings, guys. Like I said, they're near and dear to my heart. They're so phenomenal. Usually I like to do like a little summary at the end here about what I just watched. But how can I summarize 23 openings? I mean, there's nothing else to be said, guys. It's greatness, guys. This is a caliber video. This One Piece all openings. This is a caliber video that I would like put on loop. These openings are just so good. They're like musically, animation wise, all the like different Easter eggs and everything that's in the openings. It's just they're works of art. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even exaggerating. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming by the channel and viewing this video. If you made it all the way to the end, you are something special, seriously. Thank you so much. But, if you did get all the way to the end here and you're new to the channel, guys, hit that subscribe button, seriously. Like I said, we've got One Piece reactions on the channel. We have Violet Evergarden. Those are the 2 non-seasonals. Then we have a plethora of seasonal shows this fall 2020 season. And going forward, we're going to have tons too. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay up to date with all the latest content. I'm going to be dropping a lot of opening reactions in the next coming, weeks too. Hopefully doing like some of the big name shows. So, keep it locked to the channel for that. Check the description for the socials, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon. Patreon's huge too, especially if you're a big One Piece fan, because Toei's very strict with their copyright. I already got a strike, so I'm only subtitles only on this channel. But Patreon has full uncut, no cuts in the reactions, full video, full audio over there on Patreon. Go check that out. If you decide to support me, that's great. If you want to just view the subtitles only on YouTube, I equally appreciate your support. Not even kidding. And then come join the Karasuno TV Discord, guys. You can do anything in there. Chat with me. Chat with the great positive community. We're growing. Drop suggestions for content that I'm going to do. All kinds of stuff. You can stay up to date with everything that I'm doing in the Discord. You can chat with me. I'm constantly chatting in there. Check that out. Come join. Come engage, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Seriously, I'll say it again. I mean, if you got all the way to the end here, you are #1. I'm not even kidding. Thank you so much for all your support, as always, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.